안녕하세요. 여러분, 제 이름은 베니스와입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Hello everyone, my name is Beniswa. This is Invincible English and I want to welcome you to my channel. Do me a big favor. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. This is the only way I can start reaching other people who need this information. Also, hit the like button. Not necessarily that you like it, but it's my way of taking attendance. So hit the like button. Also, it also helps for my video to become circulated so other people will have access to it. So today's video was viewer requested. I've been doing some viewer requested videos, and today's topic is, or the request was, teach my friends how to study English. That is really, really hard. It's hard. I don't know if I actually can teach them how to study English, but I can teach you how we learned English as a native speaker. And if you can use these tips, then it should help your friends learn English. So here are my tips. And I'm gonna read it, because if I don't read it, my video is gonna become super long. I'm not trying to keep you all day. And for those of you guys who know, me personally, I do not think that learning should be difficult or hard. It should be fun. It should not be school. Most of you guys who are watching my channel are adults and business people, you know, or some people are just doing it as a hobby. I don't want my hobby to become like a school. I don't want that. And so I hope you don't want that either. So I do try to keep things as light as possible, and hopefully you will too. Don't take it too seriously. Seriously. So my first tip is, you have to create an immersive environment. And honestly, learn like a baby. Remember, babies can't read and they can't write their native language. So what do they have to do? They have to memorize everything, right? Yeah, they do. So at this stage, many of you guys have already been learning at least grammar in school, but go back to the memorization and go back to learning like a baby. Start thinking about the things that your parents taught you. Like, this is the stove, this is the refrigerator, this is a car, this is a truck, we call those high frequency words. The good thing is, I'm gonna link below the list that we use for our high frequency words, so you'll know them. So there are 2 lists that we use, and it's very natural for Americans to teach our children these words. And it's also very natural for kids to learn these words on their own, because they hear them over and over again. They are high frequency words. Those are words that are repeated over and over and over again. So there are 2 lists. The first list is called Deutsch Sight Word List, and the other is the Fries list. Now, if you go to your American friend and say, hey, can you teach me that Deutsch list? They're gonna say, what? What are you talking about? They don't know. If you're an educator, if your friend is a teacher and they teach like preschool, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, they will know what this list is. But beyond that, most Americans will not know the name. Now, if you say frequently used words, then I say, oh, okay, I can teach you the frequently used words in America. So once you have learned, well, actually not just once, in addition to learning those high frequency words, you also need to learn phonics. Like what? Phonics, how you say the words. So there's a site called Hooked on Phonics. It will not only teach you how to say the words, but it teaches you the rhythm of the words, the syllables in a word. Those are key points that you need when you are learning English. That's what we learn. We learn phonics. Usually our teachers teach us the phonics. We learn it in school, but we start with our parents. Our parents teach us. Truck, truck. They will teach us how to say the word. Car, chop. They will teach us how to properly say those words. Mostly, they're not trying to do it. They just want to understand what we are saying. And in order for them to understand, they need to correct us. And that is another way of learning like a baby. Because babies know that they don't know, and they are very willing and open to being corrected with the language. Now, some will say, oh, but my friends, I'm speaking good English. My friends don't correct me. Let me teach you something culturally with Americans. It is rude to correct someone's English. In America, we have a lot of different ethnic groups, a lot of different nationalities in America, and it is quite rude to correct someone's English. It's just rude. So your friend is not going to do it. And even if they start doing it, they probably will stop doing it because they don't want the responsibility and they value your friendship. They want to be friends with you. They don't want the task or job of totally teaching you English. They may be very happy with teaching you phrases and expressions, those sorts of things, but they don't really want to continuously teach you like they're your teacher. So just keep that in mind. So once you have learned that Deutsch sight word list, the phrase list, that's 1,000 words, it will give you access to about 50 to 70% of the most commonly spoken words in the English language. You will be able to understand a lot of conversations just by learning those words. So that is your homework. Learn those 1,000 words. I know it's not school, but do you want to study English or not? Okay, learn those words. And next step is to build vocabulary. Now, when we start entering school, and so we're in kindergarten and first grade, we continue to learn new words. So we are building vocabulary. I will link below vocabulary lists of various different grade levels. So review those vocabulary words because now you are now learning a new frequently used or high frequency list that teachers are now expecting students to know according to their age group. So once you have mastered those lists, what's next? Okay, now we're up to about 4th or 5th grade. We start learning now for comprehension. We spend a lot of time on comprehension. So 1st through 5th grade, probably we focus a lot on grammar, which you have already done. You did those things when you were in elementary school and high school, so you're kind of past that. So if you know you're past that point, now you need to focus on comprehension and also on predictive learning. And you're like, oh my God, what is she talking about? Well, we call them word patterns. And you learn word patterns when you're like 1st grade, 2nd grade, you start learning. So people call them expressions, and that's another reason why you need to start learning how Americans learn, because non-native speakers create these terms that Americans don't use, and a lot of times we're confused as to what you're asking us. So, but the good thing is that we know comprehension, and we can guess that an expression, what you mean. We may not truly know what you mean, but then we'll say, hey, give me an example of what you're talking about. And you will say, give them, or whatever. Sit here, or something like that. And we're like, oh, okay. But then now we're puzzled because that's just that's just normal conversation. That's not an expression. That's how the information is presented to you because you are learning from a non-native speaker. Okay, so those are it, basically. So quick summary, and we will end this video. You want to create an immersive environment for yourself, or at least practice, watch, study. However you study English, it's fine. But just do it and try and do it in a more natural way without those subtitles, without a non-native speaker telling you how it is. Learn from the native speakers as much as you can. You know, you can use the resources from the non-native speakers, but focus most of your attention on native speakers. And learn the DOTE sight word list, learn your phonics, become familiar with other resources that we use, like the dictionary that we use in America, Webster's Merriam Dictionary, Oxford's Dictionary. When we are searching things online, we tend to use dictionary.com. Use those. Well, can I use Naver? Sure, but like I said before, subtitles don't always translate correctly. So if you are using a foreign-based dictionary, you may not be getting the American understanding of that term, and that can cause a lot of issues and problems. I'm laughing because I just had this issue recently. I'm not calling you out, but hopefully they're laughing as well. So use that. Also, learn what a thesaurus is. A thesaurus is like a dictionary, but it provides synonyms and antonyms for words. This will also help you build vocabulary. Then once you get to that point, you want to get to the point of predictive learning and practicing predictive learning. A lot of people that I work with will say, you know, Boniswa, I understand 100% of what you say. Or I will go with someone and then translate. I didn't translate anything. All I did was speak the same English the other person said to them. But the person is familiar with my voice. They have predicted, they are now able to predict, or they know those word patterns that I use. And so now they can understand what I'm saying, but the doctor just asked them the same thing, used them the same words. So what's the difference? They're familiar with me. So that's where we want to get you to a point of familiarity. Yeah, sometimes we can't pronounce words either, so don't worry. Don't worry so much if you can't pronounce a word. Use the phonics, use a dictionary. Most importantly, learn from a native speaker. Please stop learning from non-native speakers because a lot of times they are not providing you with 100% of the information you need for whatever you are learning. And I find this to be a big, big problem. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. In the description will be those links for the resources that we are using. Do me a big favor, subscribe to my channel. Let me know that you're here by hitting the like button. Turn on the notifications so you know when my next video is posted. And watch the other videos if you haven't already. They're awesome. I will talk to you next time. Annyeong.